Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. A simple reason why a beautiful woman will be with an average looking man. Now, I've talked about this several times before, but it's a simple, very simple reason that no matter what reason she may give, it still comes down to one thing. And that simple reason is she likes him for something beyond his looks. Very simple. See, a major issue is you have many men who think it's just looks. It's just the face. It's just that. And really what they're doing is projecting how a man thinks. See, men, we can like a woman just for her face, regardless of her personality, regardless of how stank it is, how evil it is, whatever. Or like her for a body part. You know, she had a fat ass though. Okay, that's us. That's our nature. We need to rise above that nature, but let's just be real. We don't think about it too much. She's either fine or is not, you know? Women aren't the same way. Yeah, they checking out your face, but they checking out your body. Then they checking out your height, but then they also checking out your clothes. They checking out your shoes. They checking out what type of jewelry you wear. They listening to how you speak. They checking out how you smell. They want to find out, they want to get an idea about your social class, what you do for a living, you know, your religious beliefs. I mean, every single time you see a very beautiful woman with an average guy, you're like, why is she with him? Okay, you can't see it, but you don't know what she sees. And it's probably, I'm gonna be real with you. It don't really matter what you say, because she's the one who's dealing with him on an intimate basis. You know, the only time you should kind of question it is, well, the closest you can come to questioning it is if you know that person, you know all the parties personally. And even then, you ain't gonna know that much. Like that male, the average looking man, you wondering why some beautiful woman getting with him. He need to be like your brother you grew up with. You know him better than everything, like your biological brother. Because even when you think you know someone, you really don't. And then the bottom line is you don't know what that woman sees. I mean, she could probably see, hey, you might look at that guy, why he's average looking. And she might say the same thing. But then why are they together? She might like his body, hence body game. She might like his dick. You know, it fits just right. She might like that, you know, he plays with kids because it's important to her. You know, she might like that he has a talent in something. It could be whatever. It could be, and it all depends on the woman. That's why it's not one thing, because I'm quite sure somebody's watching this video, they're thinking, okay, I'm average looking. If I get that one thing, I get a woman. It don't work that way. Every single woman is different. What I would tell a man is, look, just develop your best, just develop everything you can to the best degree. And not just your physicality, your style, but whatever you do. You know, you might be really into the church or synagogue or temple, wherever, right? You might be in, the mosque, whatever. Okay, and you might be really versed in that spiritual path. There's some women who like that. And that's the big thing. It ain't so much how you look, but that you versed in that path because she cares about it too. Or you could be more on that intellectual tip. You know, you can go deep on some philosophical thing. Guess what? She's a philosophy major herself. I mean, it could be whatever. It goes beyond that because women, by nature, they always go beyond that. You know, several times, I'm not even going to share it anymore. I shared a chart where it was a list of what the woman was looking at on a guy. And it was a whole bunch of things. Face was just one of them. You know, and this particular woman, she rated some stuff high, some stuff low. But that's what they do. That's what they do. You don't know what it is. You know, she could be you could be a poet or something. You know, you might say, oh, that's an average guy. But, you know, he get on the stage, he spit that poetry. He puts her into a trance. He said, you know, I would just make beautiful love to you, my queen. Take you to the highest levels. Take you to that, give you that bliss. And baby, you know I won't miss. I mean, seriously, it could be that you don't know. You don't know because I'm gonna tell you what. too many men think women are just that basic. Shoot, even a smart man even isn't that basic. Like a smart man is gonna go for more than just a woman who looks good. He's still gonna look for cooperation if he's smart. And then if he's a man who's like in business, say this man's a millionaire, you know, he's making some moves. He's gonna be looking at that woman like, well, hold up, will she support me in those moves and everything? Well, women looking at all that other stuff. A woman could be looking, she might be with that guy and, you know, he average looking, but you know what? Not only is he good in bed, but he's already given the impression he'd be a good father. She wants to be a mother. It could be that. It could be, look, I could just sit here. I could do the rest of the video doing some stuff. Y'all could probably add some stuff. Bottom line is you don't know. And yeah, she's very beautiful. He's average looking. She's like, well, shouldn't she get with a beautiful man? You don't know what her priorities are. You know, you don't know what her priorities are. Because I've heard more than one woman say, hey, their looks will carry a family if they're going to have kids. But she might be more concerned that that dude is into whatever spiritual path. Or that he's intellectual. You know? It could be whatever. They on the same tip. I mean, it could be so many things. So many things that she finds attractive. You know? And even the average looking thing, she might not care. Women, that's not a major thing with a lot of women. Yes, they taking a man's looks into account, but never to the point where they're going to outweigh everything else. Because if that dude look real good, but he's stupid, most women ain't going to deal with him long term. They might, you know, kiss him or something. They might not even have sex with him. He got to have more. That's the very important thing to understand. Just keep it that simple. And don't worry, if you don't know that couple, don't worry about why. Don't try to figure out why. Ain't no one reason. Because that's an important thing too. Too many guys think all women want the same thing. It depends. There's so many factors go in. Depending on their culture, their social class. You might get a woman, okay, she real beautiful. She get with that average guy, but they both upper class. And that's her lifestyle. You know, that's another thing too. She might get with that guy, but they both are part of some subculture. There's not a lot of people anyway. You know, and so in her eyes, hey, he looks great for people in that subculture. Seriously, it's so many. Like I said, I could probably sit here a couple hours and still only hit the tip of the iceberg. Because the simple thing is women look at so many more things. See, we are focused on beauty. We'll focus on just beauty. That's our nature. Women will take a man's good looks into account, but then she looking at everything else. Like literally, I'm known for talking about shoes. They do be checking out shoes. That's just their nature. They look at every little thing. You know, they might look at your fingernails. They say, nah, I ain't getting with him. His fingernails are too dirty. And then another woman might say, oh, I'm gonna get with him. He got dirty fingernails. He's a hard worker. You know, it depends. And then of course, how he makes her feel. It's so many things. But whatever the case, the very simple reason, regardless of the reason, they all come under one thing. She found something else to like about him. That's the thing. It ain't just like, oh, he just look a certain way and that's it. Anybody who believes that hasn't dealt with enough women. You deal with enough women. Any man who's dealt with a significant amount of women realize they can like a man for reasons that don't even make sense to you. But they don't need to make sense to you. They make sense to her. She likes you for that reason. Don't fight it. Just go with it. All right? So anyway, that's it for this episode. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.